I want to talk about the 3 biggest trends from spring that you will see this summer. We just have been talking about all the spring trends, and this is really kind of a trick question because all of the spring trends are the summer trends. They just translate, I'm going to say, with like a little bit less clothing, right? Because it gets hot as fuck for most of us. But I'm so excited for it for summer. And I think this is going to answer a lot of your style woes when it comes to summer. So I'm super, super excited to dive in. Shout out to Style Nation. Thank you for being here for another amazing Styled for Life episode. It's your girl Katie here, and we're back. As always, I'm super, super, super grateful that you're here, and I'm super honored that I get to be here with you today. You guys know I love podcasting, and I feel very validated about that because I just had an amazing astrology reading with one of my friends. Shout out to Lori. And she basically said, I'm on this earth to be a podcaster. And I said, good, because that's what we're doing. And she's like, it's like, you're not even you. I was like, that's what I say all the time. It's like, I'm fucking channeling. Like, who is this version of myself? So thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being on this journey with me. If you're new to the show, buckle on, baby, because it's going to be a fun ride today. And if you're an OG, mwah, 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 I love you from the bottom of my heart. So if you are on this journey to build unshakable confidence and you really, really, really want to work on allowing yourself the permission to be and do whatever the fuck you want and, rub up and bang up against that status quo, then you are in the right place. I'm super excited that you're here. That is my mission with the show. My mission with this show is to always offer a big fucking inspiration, because who doesn't fucking love a good inspirational quote in their Instagram feed? Think of that analogy when you're listening to this podcast. But also, like, I love studies of human. So this is really about becoming fashionistas without becoming fashionistas, right? Like, I hate the fucking word fashionista. I do not identify as a fashionista. However, my outfit, my style, my physical appearance has been something I've been obsessed with since my first real memory of this is like 3rd grade, when I found like my first can of Aquanet hairspray. And there's no shame in my game. I've always have loved fashion. I've always been obsessed with it because how I see it is the story of my life, right? Like, your lifestyle, your life story is your style story. All of this shit's connected. So that's what we're here to do, to become the fashionistas of our own lives without being fashionistas. We're just gaining confidence, gaining motivation so that we can create the life that we love. And we're going to break down some fucking fashion stereotypes every opportunity that we get. And we are going to dig deep into this, where fashion and human psychology collide, who we are, deep, deep, deep in the depths of our souls. And we're going to let that bitch evolve as well. So if you're here for all of that, if all of that has you clapping your hands and saying, yes, 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 let's go, say less, then let's do it. So I'm super pumped for today's episode. I want to talk about the 3 biggest trends from spring that you will see this summer. So, pop quiz, what are going to be the summer's biggest trends? We just have been talking about all the spring trends, and this is really kind of a trick question because all of the spring trends are the summer trends. They just translate and transmute just a little bit, I'm going to say, with like a little bit less clothing, right? Because it gets hot as fuck for most of us. So real quick, I wanted to highlight the spring trends that we really focused on in the Style Squad here on the podcast, Style for Life, all of that have really been coming up in my world. And then I really wanted to call out 3 of them that one of them I actually really didn't go into this spring at all, but I'm so excited for it for summer. And I think this is going to answer a lot of your style woes when it comes to summer. So if you feel like I love summer, which I fucking love summer. So if you love summer and you're like, I love summer, but I just feel so casual, right? Like it's so casual. I can't layer. It's a little different. We're going to get deep and dirty in that in today's episode. So I'm super, super excited to dive in. So you've been seeing a lot of new stuff with every big season shift, primarily fall and spring. We go from one lifestyle to the next, right? So we're just coming out of hibernation station, the gloom and doom of winter. Can you tell it's my favorite season? And we're ready to be out and do the things, right? Sun's out, guns out. Like, let's do this. So obviously, as we peel away those layers, physically, mentally, blanket layers, clothing layers, like there's a lot that's being uncovered here. And you might be thinking, what the fuck did I wear last spring and summer? Like, was I naked? Like, please tell me I'm not the only one that does this. Like, every time the seasons change, like I'm literally feeling this right now. And I was laughing to myself this morning. I was like, you spend your time shopping all day, every day, and you literally have no clothes for spring, summer. What are we doing here? It's like you forget about the things that you do have, and or you've evolved and you're like, I'm not the same woman that I was last year when I was wearing that dress or that top or whatever. Or for me, like you guys know, I love a good t-shirt. Some of them just need to be updated. So like I need to get my ass in gear and like also buy myself some stuff too. So when those big season shifts from winter to spring and then from summer to fall is when the style trends really start to transcend and evolve, obviously, to accommodate the weather changes. So I don't know about you or where you live, but I think it's officially going to be hot here now, like all the time. We had some little Virginias like that, right? Like Virginia is every meme, every hold my beer meme. Like one day it's hot as hell and the next day it can be cold as hell. So for this spring, I'm going to list out the trends. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I probably should have counted these before I hit record. 7 that we really, really focused on in the Style Squad. If you got the Shop by Stylist book, my quarterly trend style guide and shopping experience, where I curate outfits for you based on the season. The spring book has just been retired and we are getting it ready to launch in June for summer. But so I felt like this is a really good time because we're headed into Memorial Day weekend in a couple weeks, which is the unofficial kickoff to summer and my baby's birthday weekend. So we're kind of in that transitional phase where is it spring? Is it summer? How am I dressing? So I wanted to call out those trends, those 7 trends, talk about those, and then let's move into how those will translate for summer so that you can stay feeling good and looking good all summer long. Hot Mom Summer is coming. Are you ready? Are you ready? Don't let this summer be another summer where you tell yourself, well, we'll do it next year. This is the summer. This is the summer that you deserve to feel good in your body, that you deserve to feel good in your clothes, and that you deserve to create all the amazing memories that you desire. If you haven't listened to last week's episode, go back and listen. I talk about that around creating memories with your clothes. Like you are so worthy of this and more. And if you want support, like sneak peek, I'm going to be opening the doors to Style Squad again right after Memorial Day weekend with some new juicy stuff happening there. So keep your eyes peeled. You don't have to go at it alone. And it's an amazing community where we post pictures in there of outfits all the time. Do you like this? How do I style these pants? People are posting in outfit ideas for photo shoots. We talk about money. We talk about what fingernail polish we like. We talk about what breathwork app we're using. We talk about all the things because community is everything. And your life and your style are who you are. It's an expression of those things. So the big 7 trends that I've really been focusing on leaning in that I think really have blazed the trail for this spring and summer that are in the book. that just went to sleep, but we will talk again about in summer, are 3D florals. I'm sure you've seen them everywhere. So the Met Gala just happened in the beginning of May. I've posted a ton about 3D florals. They're literally everywhere. You can't miss them. So exactly what they sound like, just actual 3D florals. Think, I'm 42, so 11th grade, high school, that's what I was wearing, right? Up next is the shiny metallics. So you may have seen, I don't know if it's because I'm partial or what, but lots of metallic skirts, silver skirts. There is gold too, but I feel like this is where I said I might just be partial, is to the silver metallic. So silver purses, silver shoes, silver skirts, like metallic everything. That was a big boom as we came out of like the holiday season and into spring. That was everywhere. I'm sure you will continue to see it in summer, but that's one that I feel like is not going to be as big and as radical for my clients and me. Now, this one for sure is going to head into summer, but it's not on my top 3, but it actually should be. The key lime pie green color trend. So you've probably seen that really pretty bright green, not neon though. Think of like a key lime pie green, right? I've seen it in accessories. I've seen it on shirts. I've seen it in shoes. It started to come out a little bit last year, was the first time I really started to see it, but I feel like it's been taking off this year. So that key lime pie green, it's such a fucking fun color for the summer, and it looks amazing if you have green eyes, if you have blue eyes, if you tan really nicely in the summer, if you're have that warm medium skin tone and you're looking for something to really brighten you up, amazing. Right. Up next, what is a blinds in white? So this is that white on white trend, right? Like white's always popular in the summer, and it's so powerful. And I have experienced where a lot of people shy away from white because it's too hard. It doesn't have to be. It's super fabulous. And yes, it doesn't hide things and it's not as mysterious as black, but it's such a fucking fun color for summer. And we're going to talk about that because white on white absolutely makes my top 3 for summer trends. Next up is pops of red. Okay, well, you know what I'm going to say, like a red lipstick, but pops of red trend is really just that. Exactly what it sounds like, right? So a pop of red. So red isn't traditionally a color that we associate with spring and summer. I mean, outside of the fact that you could associate red with being hot and the summer is hot, totally. But when we think of like the spring, summer colors, it's usually like that key lime pie green that I was just talking about a few minutes ago. But this year, there's been this boost of pops of red and I'm really here for it. It's really sexy. I really love breaking the mold and doing things that's different because like, fuck, life is a journey. You never actually arrive. So enjoy it along the way. So pops of red, exactly what it sounds like. So think of pops of red in your jewelry, like some earrings, maybe a cocktail ring, an accessory, a shoe. I've been seeing lots of really cute abstract shoes in red. The pops of red actually works really well with the 3D florals. And of course, lipstick, which I've already mentioned, even though I own the best red lipstick ever, I don't wear it that much. However, pops of red will look super cute with your white on white. So that was definitely one of the trends and outfit looks that we explored in the spring Shop by a Stylist book. Number 6. So the 6th trend for spring, summer, that's definitely going to be translating beautifully into summer this year is shoulder skimmers. So your extra long drop earrings. So they can be anything from a classic like drop jewel earring to I've seen oversized, super embellished like flower earrings. I think it was Anthropology that had those like envision like literal flower on top of flower all the way down to your shoulder. Super fabulous is an amazing way to add balance to an outfit when you can't add a jacket, right? So you'd think about it's hot as fuck outside and you can't put a jacket on, but you need something to bring some balance back up to the upper part of your body because you have on a flowy dress or some flare jeans or something like that this summer. Really big, powerful shoulder skimmer earrings will do that. So take that style tip and run with it. And then last but not least, the trend that you will absolutely see this spring, summer, or continue to see from spring into summer is the sheer trend. But that's really fucking obvious, right? And for a lot of us, I feel like that's actually going to translate more into cover-up attire for the beaches. And what I think the sheer will actually get replaced more and more with the crochet looks as we think about summer and we think about crochet weaved bags and cover-ups for the beach and shawls or kimonos to style with if we do want an added layer. So those were the 7 trends that we focused on in the Spring Shop Our Stylist book that you absolutely will continue to see go into summer now that spring is starting to wisp away. But there's 3 that I really, really wanted to lean into to really give you the juice as you get ready. Labor Day weekend. Why do I keep saying Labor Day weekend? Memorial Day weekend. The unofficial kickoff to summer is right around the corner, and you might be planning a pool party, a getaway, whatever that looks like for you. For us, it's a big double-digit birthday. But it's one of my favorite times of year, Gemini season. And it's time to show up and show out. So the 3 trends that I think you should really, really focus on as we shift from spring to summer, and we can bring all those trends with us. But one I really wanted to call out was that white on white. Like, you cannot go wrong with white on white. And if you are looking for the super easiest, effortless, non-frumpy, dump the frump way to look put together this summer, it's a little white on white or even just a super crisp white tee. You guys know I am the queen of polished casual. I'm recording this in a t-shirt and some cute shorts, which are actually number 2 on my list right now. So white on white is your friend. If you're like, I cannot do white jeans or wear shorts or a white denim skirt, then absolutely opt for a crisp white tee or white tank top. Absolutely, you must do it. So when I think of brands, and I think I already did it, created a little my favorite white tees lookbook to share with you guys that I'll be sending out in my newsletter to support the podcast. So if you're not on that list, get on that list. All the notes will be all the details are in the show notes. But last year, some of the brands that won for me in this space were Good American, had some amazing fitted white tees last year that worked out really good. Madewell Bright Side. Madewell's Bright Side fabric silhouette, it's really their silhouette, came through like no other. I got it in black. It's a tank top. I got it in black and white, and I have worn the living shit out of it. They do have a t-shirt this summer as well. So it's basically just a ribbed white t-shirt. It's amazing. So that one I know for sure I am winning. And on the podcast in the past, I have talked about Express, and I love Express for many different reasons. And they do a really fabulous double layered knit tee, but they've changed the material this summer, and I was little unimpressed. So they changed it from like a spandex to a lyocell or something. I can't remember exactly what it was. And it has a little bit of a sheen. So for my ladies that have the boobies, them double Ds or bigger, you can see where it just stretches the fabric. So I'm not currently recommending that. So I did go on a hunt for some other shirts, and I asked some of my other stylist friends to put in the lookbook for you guys. But white on white, it's a thing. Bring it on. Maybe you're going to get invited to an all-white party this summer, but it's so chic. It's so timeless. You can always invest in these pieces and wear them over and over again. And since I've been talking about Labor Day every single time I mean to say Memorial Day, you know that fucking fashion rule is dead in the water. So if you invest in a pair of white jeans for this summer, you can absolutely wear them after Labor Day. Last year, that was a big thing. And I'm pretty sure as long as they're not skinny, that you will be able to get away with that again this fall. No shame, no judgment on those skinny jeans. I am just here to help you transition. If you need to, think of me as a skinny jean doula for you, okay? If you're ready to make that transition, we can have that conversation. All right, so summer trend number one that you really need to get into now, if you didn't pick up on it in spring, is definitely some white on white action. So blinding white is what I called the trend in spring. All right, number two, you may have actually heard this. You know, it's hard to read the label on the outside of the bottle from the inside, and I realized that I subscribe to fashion social media posts and emails all the time. And so it's in my world constantly. But this is one I actually didn't talk about in the spring that's been on my radar for a while, but I feel like is taking off on TikTok right now and just in the fashion world in general. And there's two elements to this that I really want to hash out, and that's the quiet luxury trend. So the quiet luxury trend at its root essence is having really luxury, high-end pieces that we own, but there's no fashion label, right? You have no idea. So it's like you're wearing a Gucci quality shirt, a $500 t-shirt, but it looks like a fucking black t-shirt because there is no indicator that it's not outside of the quality of the fabric and the details, because really it's all in the details. So it's like the stitching and it's not going to pill and all that fancy stuff. So this is the like stealthy wealthy, what they're calling it also, is like looking like you don't have money, but obviously you have money because you might not be the shiniest person in the room, but you're wearing the most expensive outfit. So I don't know if I buy into all of that. Not that like I'm obsessed with fashion labels, not by any means of the imagination. I am obsessed with certain designers because I love their aesthetic and their mood and the feeling that it gives me. But quiet luxury to me kind of feels like a mind game in that sense, and I just really don't have fucking time for it. But what I love about quiet luxury and what's I think really bleeding out to the masses as far as quiet luxury, what it really offers us for fashion is quality, tailored, simple, elegant, classic styles that I do love. So you're seeing like a huge influx of like pleated trousers and these, pleated shorts and trouser-like shorts and blazers and oversized blazers and knit blazers, and this idea around just really classic timeless pieces, a focus on like investment and quality, capsule, right? So mix and match, everything goes together, real, straight line, classic button down shirts and t-shirts and things like that, which I'm always here for. Really clean lines, tailored looks. It's really that timeless over trendy. That's always a thing, right? It's that look in and of itself. So how I know that this is really going to really translate for you this summer, because every brand from Target to Express to Nordstrom's, Saks, Gucci, whoever, all of these brands have really started to embody where I've really 1,000% seen it show up, and that it's nonstop in the Style Squad is in shorts. So we've started a whole new thread in the Style Squad called the Shorts of Summer 23, and everyone's dropping their favorite tailored quiet luxury style shorts that they're finding at all their favorite retailers. So no matter the price point, you can still get that look and that feeling. And the problem that that's solving for most of us is we don't have to feel super casual, but we can wear shorts. Shorts are like the most number one casual thing and probably one of the things that you might struggle with the most. And I can give you some examples and some psychology behind the why. Imagine your boss in shorts. Imagine your teacher as a child in shorts, right? Like these people that we interact with, and a lot of times, as much as I hate to say it, like imagine Joe Biden in shorts, like authority figures. It's hard to imagine them in shorts, right? Because we've been trained and conditioned, pants or professional or, certain styles of dresses and skirts and things like that. So when it becomes short season, there's a lot of things that come up for us. It's that, right? They feel really fucking casual. They feel very vulnerable because we're showing lots of our skin. And then now insert the inner mean girl and let's talk shit about our bodies and our dimples and our cellulite. And I found all these long hairs on the back of my upper thigh. I guess, what is that called? My hamstrings. And I was like, what the fuck is this? I'm out there like plucking it this morning while I'm helping my kids get ready. I'm like, how the fuck does this happen? I'm totally blaming this on being 42. But all the things come up for us, right? Some of us, right, in our 40s, 50s, over here starting to get those varicose veins. Like, it kicks up a lot of shit. But one, I have some amazing airbrush leg, Sally Hansen spray for you that will solve that. It's like essentially leg makeup and it stays on and it looks fab. And I use it all the time and I recommend it to all my clients. So that's fix number one. But fix number two is actually the quiet luxury style shorts. So I've got a couple of pairs recently from Express, and they just look amazing. I feel really put together. I feel really chic. They have pockets. They don't ride up like my Daisy Duke jean cutoffs, which I love, don't get me wrong. But if I'm going for that feeling where I want to just look a little bit more put together and rock my t-shirt and not feel so casual, then that tailored short look is amazing. So just think, pleated shorts, very, very nicely tailored, pockets in the front and the back, like your favorite dress pants, but turned into cute shorts. Paper bag, high-waisted shorts are also another option that can really give you that effect and that feeling. So white on white, get you some tailored shorts, and then the other piece of it still falls in the quiet luxury realm, I guess. I wanted to introduce that trend in general. But the other item that I don't want you to discount for summer, the other trend, is oversized blazers, or my favorite, the nipped in waist blazer, right? So for those the Capricorn energy, right? That CEO boss energy who loves to look good and put together, very similar to everything that we were just talking about with the quiet luxury. Blazers are something you can absolutely take into the summertime. And I'm going to share here a couple of ways how, and I'm 100% putting this in the summer book that's going to be dropping in June, styled and shopped for you so you can see it live in person. But don't discount and don't hang up your blazers just yet, because blazers are magical in the fact that they do give you that super polished, casual, timeless look. And they can make any casual outfit not look so casual. So some of my favorite combinations in the summer when it comes to blazers are obviously blazers and shorts. You can obviously do blazers and the tailored shorts, which I'm actually seeing them with a lot of bralettes. I don't feel comfortable rocking that trend, but it could even be a camisole or a one-shoulder tank or something like that. But my favorite way, outside of the tailored shorts, is really with denim shorts. Such a cute outfit. I think really cute date night outfit. Some denim shorts, your favorite shoes, and a blazer. Chef's kiss. You're good to go. So we already mentioned blazer and the denim shorts. We mentioned blazers and the tailored shorts. Blazers and dresses, like super fucking cute. So blazers and mini skirts are really cute. When I think of blazers and mini skirts, I think of jean skirts, which is super hot this summer. But let's shift to dresses before I get ahead of myself. So what I was going to say is long dresses. So while I like blazers and skirts, like mini skirts, I like blazers and dresses. So think of like your maxis, or my favorite, depending on the cut of the jacket, is like the rib knit tank dress that you might have already bought for the summer, or you might have one from last year. It's form-fitting, pop it on, especially if you have an oversized blazer, but it'll look fab with your nipped-in waist blazer too. Pop it on, and you instantly take in that super casual day dress up a notch. You can rock it to meetings, presentations, wherever you're going. So a client of mine, we have this funny running joke of when we're trying on clothes and we're styling her and doing her closet edits every quarter. When she puts on outfits, she says, okay, who am I? Where am I going? So it's always good to know, what are you doing in these outfits? What memories are you creating? What version of yourself are you when you're doing this? So think of those things as I'm throwing out all these different ideas on the trends and how to wear them and what feels good for you. So blazers and jean shorts, win, win, win. Blazer and tailored shorts, double, triple win. Blazers and dresses, you could do maxis. I prefer a fitted, long, ribbed, knit dress. Depends on the fit of your maxi, but they're all usually pretty flowy. So if you have a crop blazer, look fabulous. I started to touch on skirts there. I was getting ahead of myself. So blazers and skirts, obviously blazer and pencil skirt is classic. So we're just going to leave that one alone because we know that that one exists. But I'm going to say the number one look for the summer, like the number one new trend item for the summer, is jean skirts. Another trend that I did not talk about in spring because I wanted to save it for summer, because, well, quite frankly, I didn't know if I was ready for it yet when it came up. But pairing a blazer with a jean skirt this summer is going to put you next fucking level. So if you feel like that's something you struggle with a little bit in the summer, is the feeling too casual, or you're just looking for a way to jumpstart your style, I cannot wait to see you rocking your blazer and your new cute jean skirt. It could be any length. So I've seen them in maxis and I've seen them like in mid-thigh minis. So send me a picture if you take that route and let me know. And then last but not least, just buy a blazer with a pop of color and pair it with any one of these combinations. I've seen the cutest, like speaking of the key lime green color that I was talking about earlier, I've seen so many blazers in that beautiful, beautiful color, and it's so fun. So pick a fun color. So it can be a pink one. It can be, I've seen some of the red ones because of the pop of red. I've seen the key lime, or maybe it's something with a print, right? Maybe prints aren't usually your jam, but we can do it in a blazer, and that will work really well in summer and as we head back in to fall at the end of this year. So I hope you enjoyed today's trend talk on the spring trends that were popping, that will continue to get hotter and hotter as the summer does too. This is just my own take on what's going to be hot and what I think is the easiest things to pull off that will absolutely make you feel fabulous. So like I said, it's Hot Mom Summer. Style Squad doors are going to be opening up in a couple of weeks. So if you want to know what we're all about, stay tuned. I'll be sending out emails. I'll be showing up, talking about other things. And if you're loving this podcast, I've been toying with the idea of starting a private podcast. So for my super down listeners who love the podcast, but, you know, the once a week isn't enough, and there's some topics that are better to break down into bite-sized chunks. I don't know. This is something I'm thinking about. Let me know what your thoughts are. I'd love to hear from you. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's episodes on the trends, what's hot for spring and summer, how to make it easy for you, how to make it effortless for you. Stay tuned for the newsletter. I will send out all of my recommendations on my favorite white tees for summer. And I will see you on the flip side.